Hellos, guys. Hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, Rita Laurence Ngarambe, and this is still the Cypher Show. And I want to start by thanking each and every one of you. I want to thank those, like the new subscribers. I want to thank those who stuck by me, those who subscribed day one, those who've been through, like, with me throughout. Thank you so much. Thank you for believing in this work. Thank you for believing in the messages that we pass. Thank you to those who send me private messages, just checking up on me or just sending words of encouragement. I cannot begin to thank you enough or even express how much that means to me. I want to thank you, and I want to say God bless you. Honestly, like, He's the ultimate giver of all incredible blessings. So I hope all your heart's desires are fulfilled because you've managed to fulfill mine. My hope and prayers for this work is that we get to share fruitful conversations, that we get to share messages that are well needed, that we get to speak to people, youth that are in need, young people that are in need, that we get to walk with each other hand by hand through this life. Like, if I tell you that nobody has a blueprint of what life has in store for us, I mean, nobody. You can ask guidance from your parents, yes. You can ask guidance from your mentor, from your pastor, like spiritual guidance, or even like physical guidance, like any sort of guidance from your friends and family and people who have the best at like the best wishes at heart for you. But still, no one will give you like the outline of what's happening tomorrow. Yes, like we have plans, we have goals of like what we want to achieve, what we want to get, like what kind of job we want to get, what kind of like education we want to pursue, what kind of careers we want. But at the same time, it's like there is still that huge percentage of fate taking place, of life itself happening. But the good news, the great news is that life is happening for you. And guys, when I tell you about that, like, I hope that you're able to feel how mesmerizing and how beautiful that is, to know that yes, life happens, and like there is so many uncertainties, like things that we're not sure of. I mean, flashback. When I started this disciple show, I started off like just as limited interviews. I wanted to interview like people who have started non-profit organization in the community. It was a non-profit organization based project. And then I got this huge opportunity of, oh, you can continue interviewing people and talking about the messages that you want to give because we believe in it, from the producers of the TV show. I was like, well, okay, I guess I'll take it on. And I loved it from then. And then life happened. I needed to heal. I needed to find my own kind of joy. Like, just life happened. And in that moment, like, I cannot lie that I didn't feel freaked out at any point, because there are moments where I was like, oh my God, I thought I was supposed to be doing this and this, and here I am, I'm doing this and this. But when I tell you guys, like, trust that gut feeling, that little voice whispering every other second, tell you no, telling you yes, like making you feel scared when you want to try this, but it's all these types of different fears to guide you to the right path. Trust it. In those moments, like, I had undeniable joy. I had undeniable happiness. Like, I was surrounded by people. I am still surrounded by people that I love and who love me. And I was like, what if I take my eyes off this beautiful thing, these beautiful moments, and I come back and it's gone? But I forgot that life happens for me. That every single thing that happens around me, every single thing that I get to pursue, those things that work out, those things that where I get a straight no, those that I get a maybe, like, those are all happening for me. Like, the world, the universe, and God and all his angels are not against me. And when I tell you, like, holding on to that word, holding on to that belief, holding on to that knowing has guided me to, like, in between things that I had no idea how to do, how to fix, how to get it done, like things that I was like, you know what, God, I'm done, just take over. And I remember just those words, and I held on, like it became a pillar that, oh my God. You know that when you read the Bible and there is that story of Jesus in the boat that was being shaken by winds and tornadoes and whatnot. I'm exaggerating. I don't know if it's a tornado, but like the waters were shaking and people were terrified in the boat. They were like, get up, Jesus, we're dying. And he woke up and he's like, he just told the sea to calm down, like just chill, I'm in control. I'm telling you, if we have that kind of confidence, just knowing that you every single day you wake up, you walk with a God who can talk to mountains, and you are made in his own image. You were made as an extension of who he is, of his power, of his love, of his beauty. Like imagine how much, like you possess the same power. You are a child of God. Therefore, what he does, you can do with the authority given by him. And he has given you the permission. It just says, believe me. And if you believe it, it's done. So guys, I'm here saying that I am believing this is the moment to be back on the Cypher Show, and God has made every single thing work in the favor to bring this moment back, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. We're going to embark on a journey with different interviews. I'm going to be interviewing incredible people who just change lives. I mean, when I started the show, I wanted like big people, not big people, like people who have this kind of achievements that the community sees, or like just like numerous people know about, you know, like some certain magazines, or like you've started a non-profit organization, so like you've taken precautions to bring your vision or the way, your purpose to life, but in a way that's approved by society or community at large. But I'm back to the roots, guys. I'm back to the ground of it all. I'm back to like just the little things that make up the big picture. I'm back, like I want to, the people I'm gonna be interviewing are people who change lives day to day, are people who change the lives of their families, of their lovers, of their friends, of their children. Like our mothers who are like, you know what, like, I might not have a non-profit organization, I might not have started a business, but guess what, I'm able to love my child and empower them to move through the world with confidence. And what else, like when Mother Teresa said that someone asked, how can we change the world? And she said, go home and love your family. When I tell you that's my mantra, that's the mantra of the Cypher Show right now, that's the mantra. Because what's the world anyways? What's the population anyways? What's a community anyways? A community is made up by those individuals, by someone's mother, by someone's father, by someone's children. Therefore, if we want a better community, if we want a better world, we have to encourage, we have to look at those individuals. What happens at home? Yes, children can go to school and they would learn like 9 to 5, they will learn incredible things, like they will learn discipline, they will learn how to handle themselves, they will learn not to curse in public, they will learn like good things that will help them succeed in the world. But what are those hours compared to the weekends, compared to the night, compared to dinners shared with their families, compared to the park holidays, compared to like all these big events that happened in the day-to-day lives? That's where their morals, their humanity is at. That's where everything is shifted and shaped. So I'm going back to those people. Those are the people I'm interviewing. So if you have a friend, I have like a huge lineup, but so far this month and the next month is packed. But if you have friends, you could be who are in Toronto, because I prefer in person. People who can, like, who you think have to share, like want to share those stories. If you're open to sharing your journey with people, individuals out there who want to be encouraged by you, who want to be motivated by you. And I mean, like, it's the simple things in life. It's how you wake up, it's how you smile, it's how you make cereals with milk, it's how you drink water or ask your your roommate, can I bring you some water when they're thirsty? Or can you remind me I have an appointment tomorrow? Those are the things that shape our lives every single day. Yes, it's easy to be distracted and focus on the big things and say, you know what, it's the job interview, or it's someone who gave me this reference letter and therefore they have changed my life forever. But what about the person who woke you up when you had to do the exam for that school to graduate and become the person you are? Like, what about your mom who was like, are you okay? I think you're sick. Drink here, have this vitamin E, this vitamin C. Like, I want you to feel better so you can strengthen yourself, so you can welcome tomorrow with such joy and such happiness in your like in your heart, so you can be like just a beam of light that you are. So those are the people that we're gonna be interviewing. And because I wouldn't say have an amazing day or wish you well for today. It's a Thursday, so we're back on Thursday, every Thursday. Tune in, there's gonna be new video dropping, so subscribe down below, share to your friends, family, let everybody know that good news is coming to town. So I wouldn't leave without giving a topic for today. I was thinking, like, what's the comeback story? And I think to me it came as courage. And courage to me means like so many things, but the simplest one of all is having the courage to do what you're called to do. Like, come on, those who grew up in Africa with me, anyways, you've seen pastors literally wake up, like a pastor, wake up with their shredded Bible and they're like sideways, kind of like a crooked boat type of shoe, and they go to preach. They preach the word of God. They preach the beauty of God. They preach God's blessing. They preach healing. They speak life into people. They are like prophesy amazing things into people's lives. They pray blessings over rich people and poor people, sick people's lives. They do all these things, and when you look at them, their physical life, their reality doesn't match the things they are preaching at all. So when I talk about courage, I'll give you another example. All this will come together. Stay with me as you always have done. When you look at those individuals, when you look at people, like even in the Bible, someone was like, God, like, I don't know how to speak. Teach me how to speak. But God was like, I called you to do this. I trust you. Moses, he's like, how am I gonna make all these people cross the sea? God is like, when you get there, leave that to me. When you get there, I got you. Like, I believe, like, I've given you this dream. I've given you this calling. Like, your eyes, your heart, your mind is restless because of this vision that you have to pursue, because of this goal, this thing that like can't leave you alone. Because you're like, how am I supposed to do this? Like, God, you were telling me to go to this mountain. Like, I've never climbed the thing. Like, I don't even know how to walk like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even have the proper shoes. Like, Nikes are kind of expensive. Like, how am I gonna walk that far? How am I gonna walk to the peak of that mountain? I don't have A, B, C, D. I don't have this and this. But it's like, are you doubting the God of all? Like, if anything, he can even shrink the mountain, bring the mountain down to meet you. But that's beyond our imagination. That's God's power. So when God calls you to do something, I want to bring it back to the courage. I'll give you another example. Imagine people who have the courage daily to wake up and teach hate and preach hatred. People who have the courage to kill and destroy people's families. People who have the courage to buy guns, to steal from mothers and fathers and take away their food just so they can go and purchase these nuclear powers, or like things that we use to destroy homes, somebody's home. People have all sorts of courage. people have the courage to create the most absurd story about you. They sit down, they compose, they edit, they make up things about you that you yourself can never even begin to imagine. People have courage. So let me ask you, now, my friend, as a person who have a goal, who have a dream to change the world for better, to contribute to humanity, to make our community better, to make humanity a better thing, for us like to embrace love. What are you lacking? What are you ashamed of? What are you afraid of? If people have the courage to wake up and openly kill, openly destroy somebody's home, openly talk bad and backstab their friends and their families and destroy things that other people hold dear to them. If people have the courage to do that, and you have you are lacking the courage to do good, you're lacking the courage to speak life into someone's life, you're lacking the courage to write that book that will inspire millions, that will give young women and girls out there and men and young boys to pursue their dreams. And you're lacking the courage to do that. You're lacking the courage to inspire generations, to build something that will outlive you, that will outlive your generation, something that your great-grandchildren will benefit from. You're lacking the courage to build a school because you're wondering, where will the funds come from? Where would I get the, I don't even know how to hire the right teachers. But you have the heart to do it. And that's God never said, go get this degree for you to become the best pastor there is, or for you to be this spiritual guide, guide for people, or for anyone who is heartbroken or hopeless. No, God said, believe in me. Believe in what I've given you. Believe in the power of my name. And that's enough. That's enough to move mountains. That's enough to take you to rooms that you've never been. That's enough to take you to rooms with those people who you think you need to impress. But they will look at you with such a joy, with such a grace, such a welcoming hands, because you are anointed. You were chosen. So guys, I want to encourage you today. I don't know, do I say embrace that courage, or pick it up, look for it? I don't know what you need to do. I don't know if you need to go into your old backpack and look, find those little notes where you wrote your dream when you were 5 and you still had hope before the word got to you. I don't know where you're gonna find it, but you need to find it because it's needed. If anything, this is the moment where you shouldn't be afraid, where you shouldn't be ashamed to start over, to start again, to start something new. This is the moment. This is the time. The world is having all types of things happening around. And when I say all types of things, I mean, guys, it's heavy. It's heavy and it's a lot. It's a lot. The world is literally shaking. And the crazy thing is, I feel like all this has been around, except the reason why our generation, my generation, is so open-minded to it, and the way we sit and have it hit home the way it does is, when we were young, we were shielded by our parents. We wouldn't watch certain news. We didn't have the kind of technology we have to see what's happening in different countries, but now we do. And so it's our time to do it. That time was our parents' time. They did their thing. They served the world the best way they knew how to. They raised us right. What's the best gift in the world, or what's the best contribution you can give except raise your children right, so that they can be better equipped to make the world a better place? You are creating incredible humans, and they made us. We are their wildest dreams. We are their hopes. We are their weapon of hope, of joy, of love, of everything necessary to make sure that today is truly amazing, that today is truly peaceful, that today is truly the people, the generations of today are truly united. So we are their joy. So let us find that courage. Let us go back to the source. Let's go back to the beginning, when everything was so simple, when we believed, when we wanted to be doctors, when we wanted to be teachers, when we wanted to have a talk show like me, or when you wanted to be a musician like so and so. And their time. You woke up and when you were young, you saw Rihanna, you saw Beyonce, and you're like, I want to be a musician. And that was then, and that was their time. And now you are here. You're an age where you can do it, where you can invest in your own music equipment. You can do it. And this is their time. In Kinyarwanda they say, ibihe biha ibindi. Ingoma zirahinduka zigaha izindi. Like, leadership, kingdoms change. Like a king gives the throne to the prince when time comes, and times change. There is sunshine after the rain. There is like season change. I feel like there is a reason why there is all these seasons in nature. There is a fall season. There is a summer season. There is a rainy season. There is the sun and the moon. There is all these things that keep changing, and I feel like as people, we are no different from them. And if we want to learn how to be better as a people, if we want to learn more about ourselves, let's look at the world around us. Let's look at how easy nature takes it. Yes, welcome what's happening, but don't feel powerless towards it. Don't feel like you've been overwhelmed, you've been overcome by this, like, trials and tribulations. No, don't. You were made this way. You were made as a human being. You were made how you were made. Your body was made the way it's created for you. Therefore, there is so many incredible things that you can do within your capabilities, within your abilities, and therefore you can make. Never look at a drum and wonder why it makes such a loud voice, such a loud sound. It makes that sound because it's a drum. It was made to make that sound. But you're a human being too. There is a specific sound that only you can make. Imagine a choir. There's all different types of voices in the choir, and they make up a beautiful song. They make up an incredible harmony, like an incredible melody that puts children to sleep, that inspires people, that soldiers listen to when they're on the war zones, that teachers listen to, or like people driving to work. There is all these different genres that are made up by different voices coming together. And I think that's what the world is made of. That's what humanity is made of. That's what humanity is. So if each and every one of us stops imitating the other, stops being threatened by the other, stops threatening the other, but instead look towards ourselves and say, what's my unique voice and how loud can I bring it out? How loud can I share it with the world? How can I amplify it so that everybody can hear it, and also it can echo and integrate and intertwine with everybody's voice, and the world and humanity at large can have this melody of joy, of happiness, of unity and peace. So my friend, my family, my sister, my brother, like you who have tuned in, you who have watched this video, you who have subscribed, who has made it part of your purpose in life to follow this journey, to be on this journey with me side by side. And I mean side by side because my message means something when you listen to it, when it touches the hearts that it's supposed to, when it reaches the people that it's supposed to. I want to ask you humbly that you pick up your courage. That's all that you need. That's the only weapon that we need. Pick up the courage to do good. Pick up the courage to do what you've been called to do. Listen to that small voice. Listen to that inner voice. Listen to that notebook you wrote in when you were younger. I keep saying that because I believe in the things that we promised ourselves when we were younger, because that was before the world gave us all these shades of green, of grays, of brown, of red, before the world came in, before our mind started playing tricks at us, before greed and humans, man-made things started crowding our minds. Those are the pure callings of our lives. So if you have that, if you can be reminded, if your mother can remind you, if someone who's been in your life long enough when you were young, when you're still innocent and young, can remind you what your dream is, and if you can please pick up your courage, Join me on the battlefield of love, of loving each other, of supporting each other, of listening to messages of hope, of beauty, of joy, of like having hope for tomorrow, of just purifying ourselves in such a sense of like, we believe in who we are and we believe that tomorrow can be better because we are making sure that tomorrow is better. Therefore, we cannot be afraid. Therefore, we cannot be depressed. If we are building and we believe in our dreams, saying, I've had this dream since I was young, why would the circumstance of today prevent me? Why would the circumstance of today stop me from pursuing the dream I had before I even knew what a bank account was? Tell me. Like, let me know. Am I talking to somebody? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Are you still with me? Like, tell me. Someone is like, oh, you don't have this and this and therefore you can't talk to me. Like who are you? I've had this dream long before I knew you. Long before I even got in this country. Long before I even was presented in my mother's womb. God thought of me. And you think you have the power to question my calling, to question me? Let me tell you guys. When you pick up your courage, please keep in mind that you have a God, that you have an army of angels who fight off things with love. So love and laugh in the face of your enemy. Love and laugh in the face of trials and tribulation. Don't let it steal. Don't let it take away your joy. Don't. Please. Stay with me. Stick with me. And if you're a person who's feeling depressed, who feels like they've hit a wall, there is no window to... There is no... If you're a person who's feeling depressed and you feel like there is no hope for you and you have no solutions, I want you to try to love something today. Try to love something. It could be pick up a drawing habit. Call a friend. Ask out that girl that you've had a crush on for so long. Tell your mother you love them. Give them a hug. But I ask you to love something. As long as love is present, I promise you, it will empower you to go through anything, to go through sticks and stones, to go through fire. Oh my God, like I cannot tell you enough. So instead of you giving up today because you're not sure of tomorrow, I want you to pick, like you've tried everything. You've tried taking a loan out of the bank to solve that problem. You've tried talking to your friend, your therapist. You've tried drugs, you've tried weed, alcohol, you've tried all these sort of things to help you numb that pain or like help you, give you that clarity to whatever issue or question you have in mind. It never helped you. I want you to try this last weapon, and that weapon is love. Love something. It could be love God and pray to God like He's the love of your life. He's your soulmate. Whatever you choose, love it freely, love it openly, but let it be something that's good for you. Pick up love as your weapon and let love fulfill you. God said He is love. And when I tell you He is love, I mean that. He will give you the courage to see tomorrow. It will give you the courage to stay, like it will give you the courage to see another open door. It will give you the courage to see that wall crumbling down. It will give you the courage to say, like, to be here to witness tomorrow's miracles. So stay here. Let yourself be surprised. Allow yourself to be surprised. Like, you're not this far because you've done it yourself. I'm not saying you're powerless. Yes, you made a decision every single day to take care of yourself, and that's beautiful. But at the same time, the blessings you experienced tomorrow, the fact that tomorrow came for you, that you were blessed enough to see tomorrow, is God's doing, is the power of love that He has for you. The fact that you woke up and you were able to breathe and your lungs were open, you didn't suffocate in your sleep, you didn't have a bad dream. No, that was like, that's the power of love. God saying, I want you to be here. So stay here long enough, my friend, to see the surprises that tomorrow has for you. Have the courage to see what tomorrow holds. Have the courage to let your dreams speak through you, to let your voice be amplified to draw in millions of other people's voices, so we can make the harmonious sound that we have in us. We are the people, we are the army of God, and we are loved beyond measure. Therefore, let's keep loving each other. Let's love the things we do. Let's choose the things we love so we can do it like openly and freely. And yeah, and if you love this video, and I hope you do, because I'm sending you so much love and so much gratitude, share it with your friends and family, and I love you all so much. Thank you so much, guys. So tune in every Thursday, and I will be here as your host, Ngarambe Rita Laurence. I feel incredibly thrilled that I was blessed to have this moment with you all. So God bless you, and see you next Thursday. And I have a surprise guest for you. So I'll see you then. Thank you.